Hi everyone, and welcome to the Book Wings blog. I'm Jennifer. Today I wanted to share two storytime songs that I've been playing recently during some of my storytime programs. The first song is called Down by the Bay. It's originally written for Raffi, and I really enjoy using Raffi songs during my storytimes. And the second song is called Five Little Monkeys, which is a classic storytime song, classic children's song that is really silly and fun to sing. And the nice thing is kids, have heard the song a million times probably, so they always know the words. They love to sing along. They love to count down all the different monkeys on the bed. So the first song, as I mentioned, is called Down by the Bay. It's written by Raffi. It's not too difficult of a song to play if you're still a beginner at ukulele, which I am still. There are just three chords: C, G7, and F, and you can always look up online how to play these particular chords. They're not that difficult. I'll also include some links to the chords and tabs for this particular song, and more links to how to play and everything. Additionally, I've also created a flannel board for this song, and I've also created one for Five Little Monkeys Jumping on the Bed. I find it's nice, when I'm playing the ukulele during story time, to have a visual element to kind of make it more participatory in nature, because, it's nice to play for the music during story time, but I think the kids get a lot more out of it, being able to participate instead of just sitting and listening. And so, so I've created the flannel board, and it's nice for them to kind of see it. And the song works really well for including the flannel board. So I'll play the first little verse here, and then I'll explain to you how I usually include the flannel board with it. Alright, so here is Down by the Bay. Down by the bay, where the watermelon grows, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, have you ever seen a whale with a polka dot tail? Down by the bay. So basically the song is just a repetitive, every time you sing the different, you sing the same beginning, but then you take that little pause, and then that's when you get to say, like, whatever little silly thing that you've seen down the bay. And the nice thing about the song is there's a lot of different versions written out there with different, silly things that you can see down by the bay. And what I really like about having that little pause is that gives me an opportunity to kind of stop playing, say, have you ever seen a whale with a polka dot tail, for example, and then with my flannel board, I'll grab the piece, kind of show everyone the piece, and then kind of slowly place it on the flannel board, so it gives them a nice little, time to sit and observe and think about the little silly thing. My favorite one that the kids think is especially hilarious is, have you ever seen a moose kissing a goose? And I have a really funny little flannel piece for that, and they're just laughing out loud a lot when I put that one up. So it's really fun, and I usually leave that one last because it's kind of like the most shocking one to them. So yeah, it's a great song. If you don't have a flannel piece, if you don't want to create a flannel board for it, that's, totally fine too. You can always just sing the song, and you can, have that little pause and still say it. You can sing it. Some people just like to say it, like, have you ever seen a goose kissing a moose? Or you can kind of make it more lyrical, sing it. But, it's freeform. You can do a lot with the song. Some people like to continue to play like some music during that part also, which is another option, of course. I like to kind of pause to kind of give it a more dramatic effect, and especially when I'm doing the flannel board, I don't want to be playing while I'm putting the actual piece on the board. So whatever works for you. It's not too difficult of a song. It's great for beginners. yeah, so it's, great. I included it for my silly story time, but it also can work well with any ocean or sea themed story times. So yeah. And so the second song that I want to play is also another popular one that's kind of silly, and it's Five Little Monkeys. Of course, as I mentioned, kids have heard the song 1,000 times, and they're going to definitely know the lyrics, and they're going to sing along. This particular version is from a library blog that I follow, and the librarian plays ukulele, and I think she said this version is originally from, I think, the Punta Mayo CD, and it has kind of it's a little bit of a different time, I think, for it, but the kids, will know the lyrics, and it's played a little bit faster, I think, than normal, but it works well. And again, I made the flannel pieces for it, and again, after the song is basically repetitive. You just count down the monkeys after every different verse of it. And again, I like to have the visual element of it because then the kids can really see how many monkeys there are, and then we take them off, and then we also love to count together, and it's kind of, reinforces their number knowledge, being able to identify the numbers of monkeys and see the visual representation of them. So I like to have that on there, have us all count down together. But again, it's not necessary. It's a song that kids are going to know no matter what. So yeah. So here is Five Little Monkeys. Five little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. No more monkeys jumping on the bed. No more monkeys jumping on the bed. That is what the doctor said. No more monkeys jumping on the bed. So basically, you just, continue. You'll do four little monkeys, and then you can say, that is what the doctor said. I think it's a fun little thing to add. At the end part there where I say, no more monkeys jumping on the bed, you can tell I repeated it a bunch of times. Kind of adds a little bit of length to the song, which is nice. And since the song is played a little bit faster than, how it's like traditionally sung and recited, it gives a little more length. And at the end, I usually, when there's no more monkeys left, I'll usually sing one last version where there's no more monkeys jumping on the bed. And then instead of Mama called the doctor, we'll say Mama called the children, and the children being the children sitting in story time, and the children said, yes, more monkeys jumping on the bed. And then at the end, when there's no more monkeys, then we can, put all five monkeys back on, and, with the implication that we get to sing the song one more time, so you can always sing it again, or it's just fun to say, oh, the monkeys, they just disappear, they're back here, and you put them all back on. So yeah, that's Five Little Monkeys, and again, this is not too difficult of a song. C, G7, F. It's the same chords actually as Down by the Bay. It's just the way we strum is a little bit different. The pace is different. So yeah, it's not too difficult. Again, I'll have links to everything about the song, about what chords they are, and also my links to my pictures of my flannel boards and links of how to create your own. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope this was informative to you. If you are considering playing the ukulele during your library story times, I find it to be a great addition, and the kids just really love having the live music, and I think it really enriches, gives a nice element to story time.